Hi, and welcome to the Daily Breath. My name's Heather Holloway, and I'm a breathwork practitioner. And today I'm coming to you with Mira, my 55-pound lap dog, who insists on sitting on my lap, even in the rocking chair, to talk to you a little bit about disappointment. So today I got some news. It was not a really big deal, but it was a little bit disappointing. And the fact is that I'm already in a slightly disappointed state because my life doesn't have the richness and activity that it normally has, so I'm feeling a little put out about that. It's not a big deal, and I'm sure a lot of people are feeling that way. I mean, a lot of things have been canceled. Certainly kids that are, high school kids and all kids don't have their friends at school, and so we all have things that are, a little disappointing at this time. But sometimes it's just that one more, I know, thank you, Mira. Oh yes, you make me feel better. It's just that one more thing on the top of the heap that just can put me over the top. So I wanted to talk about breathing and taking responsibility for feelings of maybe situationally feeling depressed just for a minute, just kind of down for a minute, because I find that if I don't take responsibility for my feelings and I don't breathe through them and integrate them, then I'm going to walk around with a little black cloud over my head. And of course, everybody that I encounter throughout the day will probably get a little piece of lightning from my black cloud, and that's not fair to anybody. So really, I need to take responsibility and integrate these slightly kind of irritated and depressed feelings that I'm having at the moment. It's not like a long-term problem, it's just right now. So I'd like to do 10 breaths with you, which I always do, and I'm going to breathe in through my nose and out through my mouth, and I'm going to do a little bit of an elevated breath pattern, because anytime there's any sort of depression or feelings of being a little blue or down, usually it's a lack of life. There's a lack of life around that. Something has happened that makes us feel deflated, right, is a word that people will use. They feel deflated. When we feel deflated, that's really just like a lack of life and a lack of air and a lack of activity. So I want to bring some more activity and life to my feelings of kind of contracted and small and deflated, like self, after being slightly let down. Okay, so let's do 10 breaths, and I'll count like I always do. And we'll do them a little more actively. Now, as I said, I'm breathing in through my nose and out through my mouth. You breathe however is comfortable for you, but the idea is to bring in full breaths and maybe a little more quickly, because we want to bring our heart rate up a little bit. Okay? Mm-hmm. Oh, Mira, you gonna help? Thanks, honey. Oh, you're a good girl. Here we go. It's hard to you can't really be depressed with Mira in your lap, can you? Look at that face. Oh my gosh. Anyways, here we go. Halfway there. Feeling a little tingly. Maybe a little head swimmy, that's great. And that's 10 breaths, and I do feel a little more alive. And I'm reminding myself, I couldn't really say it during that brief meditation because it's hard to breathe that quickly and speak. But hello, Mira. Oh my goodness. The problem is that you're 55 pounds and you're just not a lap dog. I know you don't want to hear that noise. She doesn't want to hear that noise. Right. Anyway, the point is that when I'm breathing like that and I'm trying to integrate feelings of feeling let down and a little deflated, I want to remind myself that I'm more than the things that I do. So in an earlier video, I did a talk about contributions and how, remember I was standing in front of that beautiful azalea bush and being inspired by that and understanding that just by being alive, I am a contribution, and so are you, and so is Mira. So it's important for me right now to remember that, I'm not only my actions or the things that I'm doing or the work that I'm doing or not doing. It doesn't define who I am, and it doesn't define my value. And it's important for me to kind of get away from that, because I was really brought up with that feeling that you are what you do and that's your value, and that's really not right. So I'm working on separating that out and just understanding that my contribution and my value is in my existence here on the planet. So that's it for today from Mira and I. So for Mira and I would like to say, I believe in you and I believe in us, and together we're getting through this just fine. And I'd like to leave you with our motto, which is, we may not always be able to control what's going on around us, but we can always control our response. Thanks, everybody. Take care. See you next time.